So when should you stop texting a girl? Um, I'm gonna go over a few different signs, or a few different things that she might do. If it's just like one of these things that she's doing, it might not necessarily mean you should, ghost her or anything like that. Um, but I mean, your time is valuable. If you're talking to her, you are like investing yourself to some degree into her. And if she's not taking you seriously, it's like, well, what's the point? I get it. If there's not a lot of girls on your radar, you might just want to like keep certain things afloat. But otherwise, it's not going to be worth it. Um, if it's like meant to be, or if she's actually likes you that much, she'll reach out to you. So the first thing is, yeah, just the girl not texting back often enough. If you're the one who is doing all the heavy lifting of the conversation, it's like, really, what's the point? I mean, you should talk to her and you should like try to get dates set up. You really shouldn't have virtually any girl that's just somebody you're texting. And unless she's a friend, but otherwise you should be moving towards setting up a date, no matter what. So this isn't about a girl just like not responding for like a day or so, but like if she often like ghosts you for like several days and then messages you out of the blue, you're probably just friend zone, or she just wants like attention from you for a bit, and that's not really going to be worth it. She's not really serious in you, so what's the point? And another one, yeah, if she's just like a dry texter, just very simple, one worded, like she wants to just keep you the conversations with you, just like, or keep you in her life just enough, where you're still around, but like not actually moving things along. And again, this is why you should keep moving towards a date. Another one is like if she's flaky. Um, I mean, that happens so often, especially, if this is a girl that you just met through online dating or something. It's kind of expected. There's a little bit more leeway with online dating because, I mean, you are a stranger to them. But, I always just say, like, whatever, no big deal. Let's set up another date. If they agree and flake again, then that's like, okay, well, we're done. I mean, usually she'll like either not do that, or she'll like certainly understand, because nobody that's like, it's really not worth being flaked on and continuing chasing a girl. She's not gonna even probably want to date a guy that's that desperate. Yeah, and just like if girls are like hot, or if she's like, kind of like hot and cold and just like super interested sometimes, and then just kind of dies out, and then you don't want that roller coaster. You don't want to be like, okay, are you in or are you out? Let's just cut to the chase here. And yeah, any girls that friend zone you, obviously, but for the most part, I mean, I can't really think of any time where I've like been friend zoned and like just kept talking to her, because I mean, it's like you have to make your intentions clear. You have to just put it out there, and if she doesn't want anything more than that, then just like, if unless you really want a friend, but obviously you're interested in her, for more than that, so you shouldn't do that to yourself, because that can kind of mess with your emotions a bit if you like a girl, and somehow believing that maybe she'll end up dating you, but if she doesn't like you now, she doesn't like you in the future. um, and yeah, if a girl seems incompatible, just a bunch of, so I have an article I wrote on this, which is a bit more extensive, in case you're wanting some more reasons. Check it out. I'll put it in the comments. And that's about it. I mean, sometimes like if a girl, it depends what you want. I know there's been some girls that I've seen for a bit, and they were like super religious, and I'm thinking like, yeah, this could potentially work. Um, and at the time, I was just at least open to a relationship, but it was like, that's a big clash of like fundamental like parts of yourself. I'm not gonna get into like my beliefs or anything, but she was like super religious, and it was like, okay, this probably isn't gonna work out. Um, I mean, it could, but the girl I'm thinking about, I didn't really like her that much anyway, so that made it easier. Um, and yeah, it's not. I know it can be hard to like ghost somebody, but girls do it all the time. It's just like ghosting is acceptable. It's super brutal. I mean, just like giving, interest in somebody, which can be very powerful, very exciting, and then suddenly just cutting contact like you're dead to them. And like this happens all the time. And this is like, it's just acceptable. Like it's kind of messed up when you think about it, but it's like there's really like, it's 100% worse to just drag somebody along and fake interest. So don't be, upset if you do it to a girl. It's she's done it to a lot of guys, and this isn't about like getting back at girls. This is just the natural way of how guys and girls communicate with this sort of thing, and just accept it. Um, that's about it. Uh, I wouldn't. I have man. I wrote a lot here, and I don't do jump cuts, so bear with me here. Oh yeah, so a lot of the time, and for the girls that ended up not, I'll suggest going to do something, and then things don't work out, and I just like stop texting her and just let like time pass. So often they'll end up reaching out to you. Now, in terms of like the chance of things actually progressing far enough that, she probably isn't going to end up marrying you, but, there's been lots of, it depends what you're looking for, but there's been a lot of occurrences where it's like, okay, a girl is hot and cold. And then I just cut off contact, and then she's like, okay, she actually wants to, maybe I was the guy in the back burner and something didn't work out with another guy, but it ended up working out that we like hooked up and had some fun or whatever. So that can happen. So if you're having trouble accepting ghosting some girl, that, things can end up working out, for at least a hookup. If you're both on the same page there, it's a little bit easier to move on to ghost her. But otherwise, yeah, don't be afraid to do that. I mean, your time is valuable. I mean, it's just talking to a girl. If you don't have a lot of experience, man, like emotions can be so strong with just any girl that gives you attention. If you're like a virgin, or you haven't hooked up enough, or you don't talk to a lot of girls, it's incredibly, it takes a toll on you. And you don't want to be so dependent on things working out, because a lot of the time it doesn't. So draw a line in the sand, move things towards getting a date. If she's hesitant, if she flakes, maybe once, especially if she's from like a dating app or something like that. But for the most part, always be moving forward with the girls you're talking to, with towards whatever you want, like whether it's a hookup or maybe even a relationship. But just the dates are the way to do that. And that's about it. If you have any questions or something like that, put them in the comments below. Peace.